Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Let's go start now. Roman Reigns was shockingly pinned by Solo Sikoa at Crown Jewel 2024. However, the setbacks didn't end there for the original tribal chief, as Sami Zayn accidentally attacked him in an attempt to rescue the OG bloodline. Originally, the 40-year-old star arrived after the match to stop Solo and his faction from brutalizing Reigns' bloodline. While Zayn initially pretended to side with the new bloodline leader, he instead launched an attack on Solo. Unfortunately, his misfire on Roman Reigns is likely to create further distrust, making Reigns hesitant to accept him back, especially after this incident. However, Paul Heyman may be the one person capable of persuading the original tribal chief to consider bringing Zayn back into the OG bloodline. Roman Reigns has always placed great trust in Paul Heyman, evidenced by Heyman's role as the wise man in the bloodline. Whatever guidance Heyman provided, Roman followed without question, making Heyman's strategic mind a key factor in Reigns' historic undisputed WWE title run. This loyalty suggests that if Heyman counsels Roman upon his return, the OTC would likely heed his advice. Here, the Hall of Famer could explain that reuniting with Sami Zayn is crucial for the OG bloodline, as his alliance could be the key to overpowering Solo Sikoa's faction. With Heyman's counsel, Reigns might ultimately agree to bring Sami Zayn back into the fold. The wise man has been absent from WWE television since he was ousted from the bloodline by Solo Sikoa. With Roman Reigns now facing defeats and disadvantages, this could be the perfect time for Heyman to return on Friday Night SmackDown. Here, the special counsel would act as the savior for the original tribal chief. Heyman could persuade Reigns to bring Sami Zayn back into the fold, arguing that aligning with Sami is the only way to counter Solo Sikoa's dominance. Given his struggles against Solo, Reigns might be swayed by Heyman's counsel and ultimately agree to reunite with the former bloodline member. All members of the OG bloodline were involved in the post-match brawl where Sami Zayn accidentally struck Roman Reigns. Because of this misfire, Jimmy and Roman now view the attack as intentional, with Jey Uso being the only one attempting to clarify the situation. However, Paul Heyman remains the one member of the OG bloodline who witnessed everything as a neutral observer. He knows that Sami Zayn never intended to hit Reigns, and it was purely accidental. With this perspective, Heyman can convince Roman of Sami's innocence more effectively than any other member of the OG bloodline. Interesting thought. If anyone could convince Roman Reigns to bring Sami Zayn back, it might just be Jey Uso. Jey and Sami built a deep bond during Sami's time in the bloodline, where Jey's initial resistance turned into respect and eventually even a friendship. That relationship brought out a side of Jey we hadn't seen before, and it's still a major emotional touchpoint in the bloodline saga. Jey could argue that having Sami back would strengthen their family bond and perhaps even provide backup as Roman's hold over the family faces new threats. But knowing Roman, he'd need serious persuasion, and it would probably take a big crisis to make him consider Sami's return. If not Jey, maybe even Paul Heyman could make an appeal, sensing Sami's loyalty and value in securing the bloodline's future against rivals. Continuing from that idea, let's dive deeper into how this might unfold. If Jey Uso, or even Solo Sikoa, decided to push for Sami's return, it could open up several possibilities within the bloodline. Solo, especially, has grown more influential and even teased at being a future tribal chief himself. He might see bringing Sami back as a strategic advantage. Sami has a unique ability to rally people, even when he isn't seen as a traditional powerhouse. With Solo's growing role, he might convince Roman that Sami's loyalty could benefit the bloodline, especially if factions like Judgment Day or rivals like Cody Rhodes and LA Knight keep pressing their advantage. Paul Heyman could play the mediator here, whispering into Roman's ear about the practical benefits Sami could offer in the long game, especially with Roman's focus spread thin across potential challengers. Heyman has often helped Roman see beyond his pride, and Sami's influence might tip the scales if Heyman highlights the advantages of Sami's comedic charm and resilience, which often bring a unique angle to their plans. Roman, being the stubborn leader he is, would likely remain hesitant. He might need something dramatic, perhaps a betrayal from within or a massive defeat, to make him reconsider. Imagine Roman forced to face the reality that his family isn't as united as he thinks. In that moment of vulnerability, bringing Sami back could be a move of desperation, but also redemption for Roman, patching up fractures in the bloodline and regaining some of his lost control. This would open the door for a huge reunion moment, with fans going wild at seeing Sami back in the fold, possibly even with a storyline twist where Sami holds newfound power or respect within the bloodline, maybe even winning Roman's begrudging admiration. It could reignite the intrigue around the bloodline, adding a complex layer to the power dynamics within the family, and giving Roman a chance to show a rare strategic side of his character.